From coronations to credentials, there's so much to unpack on this episode of Naija Pulse Podcast. We're just missed with governance for the culture for the future. My name is Becca Beckers, and today, and as always, I'm rocking and rolling with Odogu himself. Hold on, Adela looks all dapper today. Man in light sky blue suit with red tie and his white shades. Hey!
I was trying to look like Trump, actually.
Oh, Dogu.
Okay, you know how we roll here. My name is Adinla.
Hey.
Welcome to this episode of the Naija Pulse Podcast. Are you ready to roll with us?
I'm so intrigued,
Let's
flabbergasted.
go.
He looks so good. I gotta give it to him. Adela, you look good.
Thank you so much, Becca. You're looking amazing. Too.
As per usual, thank you. On this day, we're shooting Nigeria turns 65. Wow. 6'5". God bless Nigeria. We rise. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
There's so much growth, already
Yes.
being put in place. There's so much to be done, but I mean, that's the cycle of life, if I do say so myself.
Actually, that's the circle of life,
Yeah.
as you said. But, getting things right, putting things in place,
Takes
growing
time.
It's a process, actually. So let's believe in the process. Let's hope for a better Nigeria. Let's hope God gives us leaders that will lead us right.
God bless Nigeria. Moving on, let's, start off on a lighter note and talk about some entertainment gist and gossip. So, Rude Boy is in the news. A particular girl on social media, precisely X, formerly known as Twitter, is being dragged. And they actually want her behind panty, pretty much behind bars. And this is the story. Somebody posted Paul's current wife, Ifeoma, I think that's her name, Ify. And somebody was like, I thought this is the same wife to Paul who has slept with his house girl who is underage. And this girl came out to say, yes, now he forcefully had sexual intercourse with the girl, coerced her. And when his ex-wife and former mother-in-law knew about it, he sent them out of the house. And the rude boy was like, you know what? I'm going to use you as a scapegoat.
That's a very strong allegation.
This said girl deactivated her Instagram account, deactivated her Instagram account as well. And he was like, if you like, run. I'm definitely going to use you as a scapegoat. And other influencers on X were like, if Paul leaves her alone and doesn't punish her and make her a scapegoat, his kids are going to grow up to think that these allegations are true, right? And then Dotun, former Cool FM OAP and now known as the hype king of Nigeria, has also come out to say that Paul should never let this girl, go scot-free.
Yeah, and I think Dotun has a point there.
Yeah.
Because if that kind of a thing should go, not only his kids growing up to think so, Nigerians will also believe, actually true.
Yeah.
They just try to die the matter down, as people will say. And if this is false, I think that girl is not ignorant of what she did there. Because for somebody she alleged with something of that magnitude to come out and
said
say,
it so
I'm
boldly.
coming after you, and immediately she deactivated her account.
Yeah.
That means she knew what she was doing from the onset. She was just trying to chase clouds, get attention, but then getting attention with people's reputation, no, that's crazy.
I think social media is giving a lot of weak people wings to fly because
Honestly.
a lot of people are like keyboard warriors and
Honestly.
think they can say anything. And I think I blame Gist Lover for this because I think Gist Lover first started this gist. But the problem as us as Nigerians is we hear one story and run with it. We never ever hear maybe or ever think maybe this is
There
a
could be
lie
another side of the
or
story.
another side of the story, or maybe this is just an agenda to, defame somebody and put somebody's name in a bad light. I think we should do better on social media. And yes, this girl should be used as a scapegoat so that people will never ever say what they're unsure of, especially when he defames somebody's character. Let this be a warning to a lot of people out there. Yeah.
Honestly. Because at some point, some people have defamed people and they ended up with, after the old drama and dragging here and there, they ended up with millions in their account. But trust me, not everybody's going to get that kind of story. Some people are actually going to pay the exact amount for the offense they've committed. Some people are actually going to face the consequence of their actions. So be
14
careful.
years in prison,
Be careful.
no be joke.
Be careful.
14 years.
That's a massive allegation. Come on. That's crazy.
And what they say is enough for the wise. Drama in the entertainment space, also drama in the political scene.
Honestly.
Let's talk about Ladoja.
Hey, Ladoja. Ibadan. What's going on now?
Idonre Ibadan. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, Senator Rashidi Ladoja was recently coronated as the Olubadan of Ibadan. That is the king of Ibadan.
Yeah.
Now, that has come with a lot of drama, from the entertainment to the political scene.
Yeah.
Drama.
Run us
unfolding.
through
Now,
how it started.
This was the whole thing. When the old drama would start was where people started having issues with the artists that came to perform. According to them, Taye Currency was a Fuji musician based in Ibadan, was the one who performed on that day. And he sang a song in Yoruba, Were Laughing Wo Were, meaning we cure madness with madness. And people started saying, on the day of a coronation,
why would you sing such a song?
Yeah. Like you are bantering this kind of thug bands. This is a coronation, for Christ's sake, where you should be singing about songs that are quite prayerful
and glorifying,
and also songs with celebration.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing up songs that should be taken to the ghetto where they are breaking bottles? This is crazy. Ọ̀gá Taye Currency or Alhaji Taye Currency.
Yeah.
Nílùú tá à ń gbàdúrà kó tùbà kó tùṣẹ́ wèrè láfi ń wo wèrè.
I beg, translate.
Now we are praying for Ibadan
to
be bigger, better, let everything go well under the new king, Oba Rashidi Ladoja. And you are singing wèrè láfi ń wo wèrè.
Yeah,
why?
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It seems like the drama ended there, but no, it went on to the political aspects. Boom. Peter Obi wished the new king happy coronation, and in his wishes he said, to my brother, and boom, people started having an issue with that. A whole royal father.
So he's not supposed to be called brother.
Yeah.
But I think former Vice President Atiku also called him brother.
Now that was where the whole rift started. Now
because Obasanjo's government literally took him, impeached him as governor before the court brought him back.
Yes, that's it. So that was where the old drama now started. That because Oriyomi Hamzat is a very big presenter in Ibadan-based presenter, and he said, why would Peter Obi call the royal father like Ladoja a brother? That what history does he share with Ladoja to have called him a brother? But trust obedience now. They were all out for their principal, Peter Obi. Why can't Peter Obi call him brother? Atiku did the same thing. He should be able to call him brother. And then Hamzat defended himself.
Social media has become a space for bigotry, tribalism, and religious wars, if we're going to be honest.
Politics is even playing a big role now.
In tribalism.
In tribalism, honestly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they politicize the whole thing. If Atiku can, Peter Obi can. So why are you taking a problem from Peter Obi?
Because if we're going to be very honest, on the streets of X, it is always Yoruba versus Igbo. Now, if we're going to, backtrack a bit, as I think last week we were talking, I don't know if it was on the podcast or behind the scene, where we're talking about them displacing people in Computer Village and they are sending them to Katangwa, and people on social media were like, is the Igbos that actually built Computer Village in Lagos, right? So now they are not going to send them to Katangwa, which is underdeveloped, so that they can make that place a big place again and the government will displace them.
Now let's be honest. If we would go down this route of Igbos built a particular place, trust me, that argument is not ending anytime soon.
Okay, so you want to say, so if I want to ask you an honest question, who built Lagos?
Who?
Does Lagos belong to Nigeria or is for Yorubas?
Now let's say it. If you look at the map, I think that should tell you enough. Lagos is in the southwest. Apparently, the southwesterners are the Yorubas.
Yeah.
But then if you say, who built Lagos? I would say government consistency actually built Lagos.
And I think Igbos bringing businesses to Lagos made Lagos very
if you would say bringing businesses to Lagos, the actual thing is not only Igbos bring businesses to Lagos.
Igbos made
even foreigners bring businesses to Lagos.
But if you look at the people that own businesses, I'm talking about shops, Okrika, electronics. Who owns it? It's mostly Igbo people.
So you can actually say Lagos is blessed because Onitsha has the biggest market in, if not Africa. So why is Onitsha not getting that much buzz as small Lagos is getting?
the location. If you look at the Igbos in their villages, their houses are big.
Okay.
If you look at the mansion, it shows that they make money wherever
So
they
why are
settle.
they not taking their big businesses to their big mansions?
Because location, at the end of the day, is the way, if we're looking at America now, a lot of people will say Hollywood, Los Angeles is the hub. If you're in New York, you are in the capital, right? And you're making big money. It's not the same way it is in Atlanta. Atlanta is known for BBLs, strip clubs, so there are certain places that you would call the hub.
Apparently, you can actually agree with me that Lagos is blessed.
Lagos is blessed,
better
but you cannot say that it's only
organized.
Yorubas that build. This sounds like a lot of banter on but
Lagos
this is healthy.
has everything that would invite everybody. Let's end it there.
Let's end it there. I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy enough.
Yeah.
And speaking about building things, speaking about building your future, speaking about building your life, the government has something in store for graduates. NYSC recruiters, NYSC new converts, NYSC recently graduated graduates and students. Bosita, that's it now.
Yeah,
come outside. Come here. There's something for you. And when I saw the news, I rolled my eyes and I was just like, is this really necessary? But Adela is going to give you like the depth of it.
Let's go into this. So NYSC actually agreed recently that if you are going to agree to do NYSC, either for mobilization or for absentation, you must present your project. That is your school project you did in your final
thesis,
year and all of these things. Now, I think, in my own opinion, this is actually meant to curb a lot of foul plays in the system. From October 6th, 2025, this same October, if you would agree to do NYSC, either for mobilization or for absentation, you must be willing to agree to the terms of the NED, that is the Nigerian Education and Repository Databank.
Yeah, and Databank.
Now, this is it. I think this is actually meant to curb some kind of foul play in the system. And this is this October 6th to not next year. This October 6th.
Yeah, this month.
So
it's not making any sense to me. They are saying drop your thesis and your project to their it's called what? Central Databank, pretty much. And I'm just like, why? Why? Is it okay? Let's pause for instance. I'm taking myself back to when I graduated from the University of Lagos, by the way. Akukite. Yay. Anyways, enough of the banter. I'm taking myself back to my final year as a building student. I did my thesis. I did my project defense. I submitted it, and then I was given my clearance. Why am I now submitting this thing to the Central Data Bank? First of all, the school has cleared me. So are you not trying to say that the school has no power, and them clearing me is not just enough for NYSC?
No.
Secondly, the people that are clearing this thing at the central database, what are their credentials? Are we sure that these people are graduates themselves? Because I know that when I went to NYSC camp, a lot of people that were in power there running things, a lot of them didn't graduate. So I'm weighing all of these things. Adela told me behind the scene to create room for more job opportunities. I'm rolling my eyes. I dare say, not lie. I think it's just bringing more room for students to be stressed. And if you look at the NYSC journey and how it affects our lives after serving, it's null and void. It's the only thing people gain is just the experience of meeting people outside of the state that they schooled in or the state that they grew in. Shikina, there's so much work that should be done when it comes to NYSC. Please upgrade the infrastructures in camps.
yeah.
The way it was built back in the day is the same way it is now.
Ooh.
Security should be put in place for people that are leaving different states and them not being kidnapped, them not having accidents, them being safe. We're doing what? Theses to be put in a database? Why?
Becca, have you heard of people buying results just to have NYSC certificates?
Buying results just to have
Yes.
them. Buying results or buying certificates?
Buying certificates, yeah. Have you heard of that? I have actually heard of that.
I don't think I have.
You don't think you have?
I think people fake their NYSC certificates.
Exactly. No. People fake certificates so they can serve.
Really?
Yeah.
But But schools actually give you certain clearance.
Schools give you clearance.
So would they fake that one to with stamps and signatures?
This is a school that will sell their certificate to you. Probably not Nigerian universities. Of course, international students from Nigeria will still come back to Nigeria.
So it's a school that is selling it, not that they are faking it.
Of course, people have back doors to all of these things. Now, I think the NYSC has found out that this kind of things exist. So the only way they can curb this is through this net. So trying to make sure anybody that comes for this NYSC program is actually fit to be a member of the NYSC for that period, to be a corp member. Yeah.
I think in the grand scheme of things, if you look at all the problems that is under the NYSC corporation, this is the least of their problems. I think this is just going to create more ways for youth to be stressed. Look at how we have NIN, we have BVN. Now we're going to have tax identification number. We still have our passports that carries our identification. It's going to create, look at, for instance, a woman recently gets married. The man is going to maintain her name. Imagine that woman going to now change name on BVN, NIN, on her passport. We know the stress people go through. Now you now want to now take them through central database. No stress.
Now, Becca, I understand your own aspect of.
Are they even or giving the people that are going to go through this clearance, the people in the central database, are they giving them orientation on the right way to do this?
Now let's get this. I know I understand your own point of don't stress these students more. Because NYSC itself is stress.
It's stressful already.
NYSC is a whole stressful program.
5 days, you're already sick. The quality of food in camp is bad. That's why they still have money.
Now let's now get it. Of course, we know NYSC has to improve on the quality of food.
Wait, first, some people thinking about when I was in camp. I didn't like, wait, you have to carry buckets like the way it was in uni to go and, do your number 2 and then pour it in a pit toilet in camp. Why are there not stores that have been upgraded to a good standard of WC and latrine system?
Of course, we know that is one lapses from the side of the NYSC, and they need to work
instead of them to focus on that.
As much as they are focusing on it, let's also hope the people going through this program are legitimate and qualified members. That is it.
You should not even go through, sir, because last, if you want to apply for an American job or a remote job, nobody's asking for your NYSC certificate.
No, but if you work in Nigeria, especially when you are working for the government, you need it.
Working for how many people want to work for government?
A lot of people want to. Maybe not everybody will get that chance, but a lot of people want to.
Adela Efarabale. Look at all of the things that have been put in place from Japan to Brazil to the new things in place. The EV program for mechanics, and they said Nigerian youth should start developing skills and acquisition. Right? Please, who needs your NYSC certificate
now, this
for that?
Is it. NYSC actually
the world is
optional.
evolving.
NYSC is optional. If you know, okay, the part I'm trading, I don't need NYSC. Why go for it? You that you are going for NYSC, you know you need it. That's why you are going for it. And for you that you know you need it, let this thing be legitimate. That's what they are.
Do you know why we need it? Because it has been programmed in our minds that these are the systems that are put in place. From primary school, you have to write junior WAEC, Abi. Then in secondary school, you have to write WAEC, NECO, then JAM and UTME. It's all of these things that the nation has put structure in place.
It just look like a norm now for everybody.
And that's why I'm like, I've gone through NYSC. Why? Since I passed out, I've not brought out my NYSC certificate for any job that I've gotten. So I'm not saying you should not serve. I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things, I think they should be making things a lot more easier.
Now, Becca,
rather that's tautology.
I have
a lot easier for youth.
Now, Becca, I have a question for you. You said you've not used your NYSC to get any job you've done. Have you worked with the government before?
I've not worked with the government
That is it. That's why you don't need it. So if you think you don't need it and you are never going to have anything to do with the government, then it's fine.
That's why it's not one size fits all now.
If you are going to need it, go about it the right way. Go about it legitimately and let your process be verifiable. That's all.
Okay, this is where I drop my golden pen on my silver paper. Daku, let's move on from credentials and talk about concrete.
Oh, that is it. Moving from credentials and talking about concrete. Oh my. Now, this is it. The government is now building 10,000 housing facilities across 14 states in Nigeria. This is super amazing. This is big. This is massive. Becca, what do you feel?
So, according to our research and news, they have gotten over 50 billion naira for
Whoa.
their budget this year. So this will just ensure that there are new infrastructures in place. This will accelerate projects and, take Nigerian real
But
estate
then,
and put it on
Becca,
the map.
the thing here is across 14 states.
Yeah.
Are these 14 states the most vulnerable states when it comes to housing? That's what I'm thinking about.
If you think about housing in Nigeria, if we talk about it,
That's a serious
we will not
one.
live here. I want to talk about Ogun State, Ibadan, and Oyo.
I believe you've been in these places.
I have.
Okay.
I've been to Ogun State.
You've lived there, not just passed through there.
No. I stayed there for I think about 2 days. But I'm not even talking about even being within. I'm talking about the landscape from above, right?
Okay.
You know what we see now, brown roof. No lie.
So
So I think that this
we are
money
talking
should
about
go.
Ibadan. Oh, we just talked about the coronation in Ibadan. Okay.
So I think
I believe the Oba is listening. So right on.
I think that this money that has been disbursed for their budget should be
Okay.
put in place to elevate
better
and
housing.
upgrade the housing in places like that. In Lagos, if this is going to affect Lagos, they should, unclog their drainage systems, find a way to not make everywhere flooded, and put a regulation in place.
Now, Becca, let's make this a more realistic topic.
Hey,
Let's get this straight.
so this is not
Now-
realistic.
No. I
Okay,
just
go
want
on.
us to be more realistic.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about it. You said putting Ibadan as a case study now.
Yeah.
You talked about the brown roofs, and I know you are trying to say the standard of these houses are not.
They're old houses.
They are old houses. Now, if you want to upgrade these houses, and the whole idea behind all of these 10,000 housing facilities that are just being under construction right now is for people to have more affordable housing. If they now bring it to that big structure, do you think somebody that is staying in that under that brown roof can afford?
What was the first thing you said? Make it what? Affordable.
Make it affordable. But then, affordable
Is relative.
is relative. That is it. For somebody that is staying under that brown roof,
And you should stay there now if you cannot afford it. And that's why I think there should be a regulatory body in place to make sure
Exactly.
that this thing is, this is the minimum wage of Nigerians, first
Okay,
of all.
that is it.
And this is how much we spent in building this infrastructure.
Yeah.
Where do we find the middle ground? Because oftentimes you go to places now, let's come back to Lagos. Let's even come to Abuja. You stay in places like Maitama, we know it's for the big dogs. You go to Katampe Extension, Jabi. You see houses that have been built since 2002 currently going for the current market
Right.
price of 7 million naira for a 2-bedroom, 7.5, and sometimes they tell you for 2 years. If there was a regulatory body in place, we'll know that the minimum wage is this certain amount.
Yeah.
We know that people earn about 1.5 million naira to 2 million naira annually. How do we ensure that these houses that are built or have been in place can be afforded by a middle-class Nigerian?
now, that is it. Because as very innovative as this idea is, 10,000 housing facilities.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant one by the government. Because housing is very important. And in fact, it's part of the primary needs of man. After food, I think comes shelter.
Yeah.
That is it. So this is a very brilliant one that makes Nigerians feel, okay, this government has our interest at heart. But then the idea should come with a regulation. That is, even if you are not making it available for the lowest of low, at least somebody earning minimum wage should be able to afford it. So it is a brilliant idea. I hope the regulation and the government policies that comes with this housing should also make it affordable for the middle class at least, if not for the lowest.
Yeah. Okay, so to just hit the nail on the head, this is the news. So affordable housing is being re-imaged. So Green Mortgage Models by FMBN is putting schemes in place, rent to own. So if you can rent that house, you can eventually pay mortgages like the way it is done in the US to own the house over, a duration.
So that means you don't need to break the bank
to own a house. And there's going to be
brilliant.
an online portal that lets Nigerians search, apply, and monitor these housing applications remotely from anywhere in the world. And do not also forget, there's also something called social housing plan. It aims for 77,400 homes across 774 local government.
Whoa.
Wow.
This
That's
is
amazing. Jinx.
Amazing.
No, this is actually amazing.
Amazing. And this is a
Rent
big
to own,
win.
yeah.
This is a big win for this administration. I have to be very honest with you. Because one of the major problems of Nigerians is housing. Let's be very honest.
My own is, this is achievable. Sorry to cut you short, Adela.
Yeah.
This is achievable, but the only way this can reach its maximum success is if the grassroots or the root cause
from it. Yeah.
No, if the root cause of real estate problems is adhered to or settled, or there's the solution of all the things in the grassroots. Make I know they speak big English. The grassroots problems are, is it cultivated or culcated?
Curtailed.
Or curtailed, You see why I say we can always speak it. Make a cut out for the roots, and manage it, and this can be a huge success.
Honestly. And I hope Nigerians are aware of this. If you are not, that's why we're here on Naija Pulse to bring this news your way. This is actually an opportunity that you can tap from. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it.
That's right. So much more we're going to bring this month on Naija Pulse Podcast. But for now, we're drawing the curtains on the show. I remain your host, Becca Beckins. And this is one and only Odogu in his blue suits, a.k.a. Adela.
My name is Adela. Mimicking Trumps, blue suits, red tie, white shirt.
I saw you're giving Trump vibes, though.
Black Trump, you see it here. All right, it's nice to have you join us on this episode of the Naija Pulse Podcast. Do well to join us next time. My name is Adela.
That's right. Like, share, subscribe on X at Naija Pulse Pod. On Instagram, do ensure you follow us at Naija Pulse Podcast. On TikTok, it's also Naija Pulse Podcast. And on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, the entire shebang. And Naija Pulse Podcast as well. We're signing out. Mwah.
Bye.